It is great to have you with us from Jones Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. It's the West Virginia Mountaineers and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Checking in with the Texas Tech head coach before the game. He loves how his team has come out and dominated in the conference so far this season, but he understands the road gets even harder now. He's talked to his team about getting off to a fast start, that's important to set the tone here today. They want to keep that undefeated streak alive in conference play, but it all begins right now. We'll see if they can do it against a very tough opponent. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mountaineers offense will have the ball first. And standing in the way is one of the best defensive lines in the country.
Yeah, Palmer, I don't feel bad for this quarterback, but I kind of feel bad for this quarterback because he's going to get some monsters today. And he's had his own struggles, but these guys, man, they all can get after the quarterback. They can get tackles for losses, get you in passing situations, and when they do, they hit you, and hit you a lot, and disrupt the timing. So he's got a tremendous challenge on his hands.
He's got a challenge. His offensive coordinator has a challenge, too, because he's got to find a way to make life easy for him, and that's easier said than done against this D-line unit. They have so much speed off the edge. Even the interior guys can collapse the pocket and get pass rush as well. So for the offensive coordinator, whether it's screens, nakeds, bootlegs, moving the launch point, draws, just trying to get the ball to this guy's hands early, that's going to be a big key.
The Mountaineers are in the hurry-up. Brown wants to pass. Look out! Going to try to get it himself. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Now, on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Finds a crease. It's Cook. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Back's got it on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Mountaineers decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. The Red Raiders offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here are the guys who make it go. Just an outstanding offensive line.
I think in college football, games are still won and lost in the trenches, David. And we are looking at one of the great offensive lines today in college football. They know every single week one thing. They're going to try to line up, and they're going to try and run the football. When you've got a tailback like they've got, and you've got this offensive line, man, they're hard to stop.
They are hard to stop, man. And what I love about offensive linemen, I like when they don't like people. And they enjoy moving people against their will. And this unit, man, they're going to paint holes, and this running back's going to get the credit. But make no mistake about it, that line up front paves the way and makes his job so much easier.
To throw, it's Hammond. And that is incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Ton of ground to cover here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Bought a little time, lets it go. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, everything on that play started off great. The offensive line gave a great pocket to the QB to survey downfield. He found the open receiver. You just got to finish the play. Receiver, you got to make that catch.
Under pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. And the Mountaineers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt. Slips through the line. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Moves the pocket. It's Hammond. Left side, it's Johnson. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Complete to Williams over the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Red Raiders can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Red Raiders look to keep this drive humming. Handoff to Joyner. Across the 25. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Red Raiders kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
A flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Keeping his eyes downfield. Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Rid of it on the RPO. and works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. The Mountaineers in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Makes the grab at the 30. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Throwing Fox. Working that wide receiver screen. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Tough run here. It's Cook. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. The extra point here would tie the game. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Fox. They're all over it. Nearly intercepted.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Caught in the backfield. It's Sapp. Could not make his way to the corner. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. Now here's Fox. Oh, pressure's coming. Nothing there, and he just had to throw it away.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On the return. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Here's a give to Joyner. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. And the Red Raiders send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. West Virginia starts this drive, and the offense looks ready to go. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Quickly out to the tight end.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
It's complete to the left. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And one thing we know about a Rich Rodriguez offense, it's about running the football. So you know what you need? You need a good running back. You know who he went and got? The nation's leading rusher, Cam Cook from Jack State, his old university that he went to when he coached there the past season before West Virginia. Palmer, it's about running the football, establishing that and their tempo.
That's how you finish the sentence when you begin with Rich Rod, right, at West Virginia. You think back to guys like Noel Devine, way back in the day when Pat White was playing at quarterback, and his ability to run it too. Everything is predicated on their ability to run it, and you need home run hitters. They've got that, and the Big 12 better watch out. I expect this offense to be explosive.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. The ride. They were all over it.
And so far early in this game, and you've got to be impressed with this defense and the physicality and then stopping the run. You could tell it's a priority for this defense. They're up there. They're close to the line of scrimmage. The ground game right now not going, and the defense is dialed in on it.
He's going to take off. That slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down. And the Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. They'll start on the ground with Quentin Joyner. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sticky. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Handoff to Joyner. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And he's only able to pick up about a yard before he stopped on the play. And that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Hammond. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical. Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Johnson. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Second and long here. Hits inside, it's Sticky. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Back to throw, it's Hammond. They'll run the screen. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The run inside. It's Sticky. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Red Raiders want to stop the clock, and they use their second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Drops back on first down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Good gain there, picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Throwing, Fox. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. Let's open things up with Georgia Tech taking on the number 5 team, the Louisville Cardinals. And it's the Yellow Jackets, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. And that's now 4 W's on the season. This one could be a confidence builder, not only in the context of this season, but also what that group of underclassmen can do down the road. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game in Lubbock. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, 3rd down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Jones AT&T Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Mountaineers will line up to kick off and start the second half. Deep in the end zone, it's Lee. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Texas Tech's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, he loves the way this offense is moving. The momentum has been intense. As you know, they play at that breakneck pace. The no-huddle seems to be working because they've got rhythm and momentum here. We'll see if they can keep that up to start the third quarter. I'll keep you posted on if things slow down or if they're going to keep their foot on the gas here in this game. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Back's got it on the screen. Still on his feet at the 35. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Dickey. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Red Raiders are marching down the field. Play action on first down. Left side is Carter. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Red Raiders in a good spot here with second and short. Here's a give to Joyner. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
And the Red Raiders pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Buying time to his right. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Quick give. It's Dickey. He's past the sticks. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give is to Williams. Got enough space. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Red Raiders kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The quarterback sneak. Sneak gets it done. They've got the lead, trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. There's no question this team is reeling, down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive. Drag down.
I'll tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
Got out of trouble and throws. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Catch is made at the 15. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Guys, here on the Red Raiders sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have...
He's going to fire deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Here comes the heat. Desperately looking. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. The Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright and the least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
Several defenders there to get him on the ground. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Fox. Rush right in his face. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Guys, checking in from the Texas Tech sideline. Guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying, we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. And the Red Raiders come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Churns into the pile. They stopped him cold in the backfield, and all he needed was inches on third down. With this game in hand, let's take a look at the scoreboard from the top 12 teams in the country. And at this point in the season, these guys have done exactly what they wanted to do and strengthen their position. The Red Raiders will punt it away on fourth down. They'll look to pin them deep. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. He's got the tight end. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Great place to start for this offense. Finding space. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Rushes on, breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open that time. It looked like he was going to get sacked, and he just very nonchalant.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
He'll keep it on 2nd down. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed them out. They held them to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on, be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Throwing Fox. Makes the grab. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. 1st and 10 for the offense. Calls his own number. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to
just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Look out! He's sacked. This defense all over him.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. Under pressure. Got rid of it just in time. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
And
you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
West Virginia starts this drive, and the offense looks ready to go. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They'll line up for a second down play. Pulls it on the option. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Unloads to the wideout. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Fox to throw for it on 4th. Throws to the wideout. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. This offense has it with really good field position. Handoff to Joyner. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
On the direct snap, it's Dickey. He's stopped.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports.